wasn't born anorexic, but nowadays she suffers, staring at these half-naked stars on magazine covers, feeling pressured by the public. She only weighs 90 pounds, but still sucks in her stomach. On the inside, she's dying, lying to herself, thinking
5 more pounds will jeopardize my health.
one day she might just collapse. She can't avoid it. Too many sleepless nights spent bent over a toilet, spewing vomit.
You're adorable. I could just eat you guys up. You know, if I ate.
Praying to a God she never believed in to stop it. Hasn't eaten in weeks, drinks water by the heaps. Now she looks like the skeleton she sees in her closet. So close to death she could taste it. Body looks wasted. Hates life, hates you, hates the way she looks naked. Now she's feeling drowsy, lousy, thinking maybe this world's better off without me.
I'm so sorry for all that I've done. I'm so sorry for what I've become. I'm so sorry for wasting your time. I can't hold it back cause I'm losing my mind. I'm so sorry for all that I've
done tons of research out there, and really what they found is looking at beauty magazines, looking at, especially for women, but as men and women, can lower your body image just from like 10 minutes of looking at a magazine like that. Mm-hmm. So imagine we are bombarded. We have it on our phones, we have it on the internet, we have it on TV, movies, and most of the magazines, what do you find in a magazine that has like images of all these beautiful women? You have how to get like them.
Yeah.
How to, you know, and I'm saying women, but it's men too, you know, men have these, they usually have kind of, instead of that ultra thin ideal, they get the muscular, and how to get that way, how to go to the gym, protein, all of this stuff. So not only are you getting the image, you're getting, here's how to get this image.
I'm so sorry for what I've become. I'm so sorry for wasting your time. I can't hold it back cause I'm losing my mind. She's staring at her belly, she's so scared to touch it. Imagining the feeling when it kicks inside her stomach. Too late for safe sex, should I use a late?
I thought if I look perfect on the outside, then I'll feel perfect on the inside as well.
For the baby on minimum wage paychecks. Her waistline climbs by inches, cause she treated in the morning.
If maybe someone already has that predisposition, so there are certain people that kind of have that predisposition to possibly have an eating disorder, so then they get into a sport like running, cross country is a common one, wrestling's a common one, ice skating, gymnastics, a lot of sports in general, but and so they have that predisposition, they get into that sport, it sort of starts to trigger some ideas, and I mean, like that sort of crash dieting and wrestling, things like that. I mean, they're teaching you how to have like a functional eating disorder.
For wanting sickness, feeling nauseous, sleeps on her back cause she's cautious. Give life or take life.
Like on weekends, as soon as my dad gets home, he starts to drink. And then he starts these arguments and gets really mean. And pretty soon he and my mom will be having these stupid fights.
Does he pick on you too?
No, but
What?
it makes me feel like I wanted to speak.
Only if she had a magic wand, she go back to that night and put her clothes back on. But she can't change time or what's growing inside. How could she love something that's barely alive? Her body's aching, shaking from sweaty palms and cold sweats. Mentally exhausting like phone sex. No regrets like what death is.
I worked with someone at Alexian Brothers, and this was a young girl. She was one of the younger teens, and mom was trying to figure out kind of what she could do to help, and basically mom was working out 7 days a week and was only eating, you know, this and this and this, and so that's what the girl started doing. She started running on a treadmill. I mean, this was like a tiny, like really young girl. She was running on a treadmill like 3 hours a day, and she wasn't eating. I mean, she was basically following what mom was doing, and mom was totally oblivious to this. And so mom was like, well, what do you think I should do? I said, well, I think you should stop dieting and over-exercising and maybe demonstrate what you're trying to, you're telling your daughter to not run on a treadmill, and you're telling your daughter to not eat these things, and you're telling your daughter it's okay to eat white bread. Well, then maybe you should have some white bread too. You know, like kind of you want to be a model for your daughter.
Yeah.
And you right now you are a model for your daughter, but what you're modeling is sort of this dysfunctional relationship with exercise and food, and that's
Cause right or wrong, it's only her choice to make. I'm so sorry for all that I've done. I'm so sorry for what
is just a huge part of eating disorders. And not saying families are to blame, but families play a role.
Yeah.
As I said, I've rarely worked with someone where there wasn't something kind of off going on at home with regards to food. And it could even just be that the family is super health conscious.
Yeah.
So they're going to have no white bread in the house and no sweets in the house and no this. They're super uber healthy. And maybe they're not engaging in any behaviors. There's no one engaging in any behaviors. But with that pressure and like you can't eat sweets, you can't eat bad food, you can't, then maybe, you know, you mix that with sort of, you know, shame and guilt and maybe some negative body image thoughts, and all of a sudden you've kind of got the beginnings of possibly some eating disorder, you know, thoughts and then behaviors. So it's not saying that this family is wrong for being uber healthy, but it's maybe a component.
Yeah.
True binge eating, I think is different than just general obesity. You can, of course, struggle with obesity if you have binge eating, but that's a common thought that all binge eaters are obese, and that's definitely not the case. But I think that with binge eating, there's a sense of being out of control. And so right now, like a definition, at least under bulimia, the binge is defined as eating more food than one would normally eat in a specific period of time, which is very general, right? I mean, a lot of people could define that differently, or, you know, sort of say this is a binge and this is a binge, and technically they're both right, but they're very different types of behaviors. But binge eating disorder, I think what you'll see in the DSM-5 is it's going to be a little bit more subjective. So it's really just going to capture that feeling of being out of control when you're eating. So a lot of times with obesity nowadays, it's because of a lot of fast food, a lot of, you know, just people eating bigger portions, things like that. There's not necessarily this out of control aspect to it. So I think they are different. But definitely I've seen that people who have binge eating oftentimes do binge on a lot of the fast food, things like that. But again, you've got that sense of being out of control. Like they go through the drive-thru, they get 3 different things, and they eat them quickly, they eat them fast, and there's a sense of being out of control. It's not just that they're like going to McDonald's a couple times a week and, you know, eating a lot, and, you know, it's not that. So it is a separate.
Maybe it was because you couldn't control what was going on around you, but you could control what you ate.
That's the way I felt too. Great.
Great?
Yeah, it was like everything that was bothering me, like guys and school and my friends, the future. None of it seemed to matter anymore. The only thing that did matter to me was food and not eating it. But now it's different. Yeah, because it feels like it's not your choice anymore. It's like something chose you instead.
What about you, Nancy? Is that how you feel?
I think it sounds like a lot of lame, random crap to me.
Well, that may be, but everyone here is recovering from the same illness. Let's just say you are too. What would recovery mean to you?
That.